A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Dahnans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about 𝚤𝚘𝚕𝚎. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahag. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Dahnans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Dahnans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahag said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left 𝚃𝚊𝚕𝚎 that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in 𝚃𝚊𝚕𝚎, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, Sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently, if there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing 𝚆𝚑𝚕𝚎, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like, I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about 𝚆𝚑𝚕𝚎?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what 𝚆𝚑𝚕𝚎 did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would 𝚆𝚑𝚕𝚎 do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Renna really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that 𝚆𝚑𝚕𝚎 resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What 𝚑𝚗𝚗 did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for 𝚆𝚑𝚕𝚎 were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean 𝙿𝚗𝚕𝚎.
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shionne and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like 𝚫𝚗𝚕𝚎.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like 𝚫𝚗𝚕𝚎 for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths 𝚆𝚑𝚕𝚎 did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in 𝚿𝚗𝚕𝚎's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Beifong tell it, 𝚿𝚗𝚕𝚎 wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shionne.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think 𝚤𝚤 is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about 𝚆𝚅𝚕𝚎, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way 𝚤 looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodia's Dahnans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like 𝙿𝚗𝚕𝚎. But then there are people like 𝚤 and Shionne. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
𝚤 never said that you had to forgive 𝚆𝚅𝚕𝚎. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
𝚤 left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think 𝚤 spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabelt didn't make any of those feelings go away. 𝚤 let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to 𝚆𝚅𝚕𝚎 when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shionne mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shionne's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for 𝚆𝚅𝚕𝚎's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cislodia, the lush green glades of 𝚆𝚕𝚎𝚜, the harsh wastes of 𝚂𝚊𝚕𝚎. But 𝚆𝚕𝚎𝚜 has its lake of death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in 𝚆𝚎𝚜 can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If 𝚆𝚎𝚜 can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renaissance, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to 𝚘𝚘𝚎. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find 𝚤𝚘𝚎𝚑𝚎.
Shionne,
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag Saar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, 𝚘𝚊𝚕𝚎 may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from 𝚤𝚕𝚎𝚑𝚎.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think 𝚤𝚘𝚎𝚑𝚎 plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from 𝚆𝚊𝚕𝚎 when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
𝚆𝚊𝚕𝚎's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shionne said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. Can you take it? Tornado drive! I'm going in! Bring him down! Flaming thrust!
Confiscate!
Fire support! Finish it!
Shionne, get toasty!
Bird strike! Can you take it?
This one's mine!
Watch too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up. Can you take it? Does it hurt? Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Right, here goes! For my lord!
This one's mine!
Nobody can stand up to these fists.
New melody! Demon Engage! Here!
This one's mine!
Dragon kill! Coming
Split it
through!
open!
Be my guest! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Eat this!
Here I come! I'll run you through!
This one's mine!
Explosive ring! One more! Dragon kill!
Good shot! Take the eagle assault!
Come on! I'm ready!
Shionne! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! Well then, let's keep moving.
Serious? Wait, is this a joke?
Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Can you take it? How's it?
Glacial
I'll grind you into dust!
Swallow dance!
Rising Wyvern! Can you take it? Take it! Mine!
Piercing roar!
Tornado drive! I'll grind you into dust!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
You're mine!
Tiger blade!
To me!
You're mine!
Piercing roar!
Can you take it?
I'm gone!
Tornado drive!
I'm gone!
Seismic Russia!
Time to shower!
Time to duck! Megasonic thrust!
You
doesn't.
go in!
Begin! Does it hurt?
Do it! Shionne, get toasty!
Bird strike!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
No choice! Dragon kill! This one's mine!
This one's mine!
I'll finish it!
No! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I can read your moves like a book!
I'm not gone!
Another incantation ruined.
Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara! Into everlasting
This one's mine!
Negative gate! On your board! Rising Falcon!
I feel sprightlier than before.
This might go well in that new recipe.
Can't wait to see what you make.
You're the one making it.
I'll do my best!
Ignite! Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose in life?
I'm gone!
Here I can carve through armor! My shield!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing bang! Shine! Radiant light! Regeneration! Regenerate! Take the time to shine! When it can! This has got your name on him!
Piercing roar!
Time to shine! I'm just getting started!
I'm ready! Alphen!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I'll do my...
Now you'll learn! Sharpwood Flash!
Time to shine!
First strike! Death Blossom!
So much for talking it out!
My spirit! Dragon Shout! Shine! Damn it, man!
How about me? Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Sword Rain out!
Glacial Fire!
I'm on it! Can you take it?
Whirlwind
I'll
Snap!
Elusive Demon Fang!
Time to shine! Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara! Step back! This one's all law! No choice. Is it too late to talk over our differences? You're done! Whirlwind Snap! Shine! Radiant light! Going in! Of regeneration! The enemy boards are too!
You'll soon see about that.
Don't Sword Rain Alpha! You're wide open! I'll face you!
Glacial Fire!
Shine! Eat radiant light! Burst of regeneration! Regenerate! Dragon Thrust! Now I'm in! Suffer in silence! Sonic Thrust! Demon Presence! Dragon Shout! We're not finished! Thanks! Whirlwind Snap! To finish it!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Out of my way!
Look shot down! Rending Care! Allow me Eagle Assault!
Piercing roar!
I won't show you any mercy! Got you now!
Eagle Side!
Rending Blast!
Right now! Piercing Rinwell!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Shine! Radiant light!
This one's
of
mine.
regeneration! Armor won't save you! Don't suffer in
Tear you
silence!
apart!
Swallow dance!
This one's
in
wrong
silence!
now! How about this?
The Tempest engulfs you!
I'll tear you apart!
Benediction
Double demon!
Heal! Going
Eat
in!
dirt!
Crescent Moon!
I'll end you!
Tiger Blade! Eagle Assault!
No further!
Time to shine!
I'm on it! Try this! Rending Blast! Tempest!
Eat this!
Tempest! Here I come! Look at me! Here I come!
Benediction
Where are you
light.
going?
I really... Demon Fang! Eagle
This one's mine!
Dragon!
What's this?
You're not
This
shattering
one's
the
easy!
Rising Wyvern!
Shading pile driver!
Tornado Drive!
Denied! Make it ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
We managed to pull through.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Coming through!
First strike! Time to shine!
Double Demon Fang!
On guard!
On your knees!
These ones hit more creeps around us.
I'm ready to go! On guard! Piercing wall!
It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
This one's mine! This one's mine! Look sharp! On guard! Eat this!
Radiant Light! Force
Look
of
sharp!
regeneration! Regenerate!
Eat this! Go in!
Being interrupted.
Look sharp! Glimmer flash!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Benedict.
Going in!
Shattering the pieces!
Time to
Here I
shine!
come!
Dragon
Going in! Look sharp!
Benediction Light!
Flaming meteor! Tiger blade! Eagle! Now I'm in. This one's mine! Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is
remember seeing instruments just like this back in 𝚘𝚊𝚕𝚎 Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for.
No choice. My lord! First strike! Elusive field!
Where are you going?
Begin! Come on! I'll punch that gun out of your hand! Do it!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life! Rising
The enemy
Warrior!
wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Molotov!
You're mine! Begin! Come on! Rising Phoenix! Big blast! Hitting pile driver!
I can handle it.
Dragon form!
It's almost too
Carve
strong.
through walls! Be my guest!
Here,
On your game!
watch this! Shionne! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Dragon shout! Sword Alphen!
If it's in the sky, it's in the hole. This one's mine.
In a bind?
Can you take it?
Swallow blade!
Hitting behind me.
Turret!
I'll face you.
How about this?
Not today! You won't make a fool of me!
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together as one team! Make it ready! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
This one's mine! Dragon Step Tiger Blade! Flaming Meteor!
It's a duel of the arts.
On guard! I owe you one for that!
Got flyers!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
Negative gate!
On your
Let the marksman handle it. That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Another incantation ruined.
Crescent Moon!
Finish it! You're mine! Dragon form!
Their arcs were interrupted! Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Benediction light.
Eat this!
Rising Wyvern!
Thanks, Shionne!
Swallow down! Take it!
Shine!
Radiant light!
Boost of
Looks
regeneration!
like I'm ready!
Rinwell!
Frozen.
Hammer!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
It's on! Now you'll learn! Armor won't save you!
Don't suffer in silence.
I'll tear you apart!
That's a showdown between blade and fist!
Cricket does it! Rising Phoenix!
On your
Strike!
knees.
Rolling Thrust! Eat this! Rolling Tide! Dragon down! Not today! You did it! Heal! Eat this!
Switch to offense!
Dragon down! Ready slap! Eagle assault!
Now
in the groove!
Going in!
Benediction. Light.
Double Demon Fang!
Heal!
There you are!
On guard!
Double Demon Fang!
Elusive deity.
That's too much!
Going in!
You can't get out of this!
Crumble!
Begin! Rising Wyvern! Glimmer Dragon! You're on! Dragon Form! Elusive deity! I'm just getting started! Instinct sharpened! Hurricane thrust! All good things come to an end! Hurricane thrust! This one's mine! I'll face you! I can carve through!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚎!
This should do it!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Ready to go! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Not on my watch!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out.
And miss all the fun. No way.
The earth throbs in pain.
Here's the evil!
Double Demon!
Captain World! Freeze!
You pay for that! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning Order! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind!
Radiant Wing!
Far enough!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
This one's not!
Dance in the wind!
I'm ready
Close
to
one!
go!
Lunar corruption! Dance in the wind! Gemini Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
here!
Dance in the wind!
I don't have much left.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Do it! Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer! Do you still have enough energy for healing?
Honestly, I'm a little worse for wear.
Do you sense one of your friends, 𝚠𝚅?
barrier. That may indicate 𝚆𝚅𝚕𝚎 is near.
Then we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
𝚆𝚅𝚕𝚎 sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't 𝚆𝚅𝚕𝚎's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. 𝚆𝚅𝚕𝚎 may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of 𝚆𝚅𝚕𝚎.
I'll hold on to that.
Going in. No chance. Too close. Piercing roar. Time is up.
That may be the door last time.
Talon Hurricane. Fire the ball. This one's mine. One more.
It's almost too strong. Then I'll split it open.
Piercing roar. Guardian field. Ready to go! Big blast! Crumble! Crescent moon!
Watch this!
This one's mine! Shionne! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
That enemy looks strong.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Piercing
Kill
roar!
reflexes will not serve you well here.
Now you'll learn! Die!
One there!
Watch it!
Eat this! Going in!
Sonic
This one's mine!
It's too fast! Begin!
Stand back.
Slip it out!
Do it! Alphen!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Counter-strike!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
I lost my focus.
Piercing roar!
Double Demon Fang!
Plenty left!
Destruction!
Thunder Touch! Talon Hurricane!
Double Demon Fang!
Glimmer Thunder Touch! This one's
I'm ready.
Rinwell!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Barely a blip on our radar.
No backing? Down!
I see one, eh?
Second does it! I'll take it! Oh, damn! Blew away! 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘! Take down your defenses! I'll blind you into shock! Shockwave slash! Demon
We're not finished!
Elusive deity! Sword rain! Hitting pile driver! Blew away! Damn! Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Rising Wyvern!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And pummel it to me!
It's over! Raining Splash!
Going in!
Eternal Devastation!
Tiger Blade!
Demon Fang!
Elusive deity!
Lightning Thrust!
This one's
Raging
mine.
Falcon!
Can you take it?
Eternal
Make it rain!
Devastation!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Onward and upward.
Going in!
Dragon Sonic Force! Dragon Force! Pierce through!
Time to shine!
Rending Slash!
On your knees.
Dragon Shout! Swallow Blade!
Away with the earth!
On guard!
Shockwave Slash!
Eat this! Tiger Blade! Glimmer Flaming Meteor! Eagle Assault! Watch this! Time to shine! Eagle Dive! That's it!
Finish it!
Time Alphen!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Everyone hanging in there?
It's on!
Form! Lord!
Eat this!
Out of the way!
Watch it! Steel! Eat this!
Resonate with the
Swallow
earth!
Blade!
First strike! Watch for the rainbow attack!
Got you now!
Crescent Moon to dust!
Rising Wyvern!
I'm on it! I'll tear you apart!
Rising Phoenix!
Awesome! Rolling! I'm on a roll now! Armor won't save you!
But
I'll tear you apart!
Eternal Devastation!
I'm on it!
We're not finished!
Heal! Eat this! Eat this! What you threw!
Soaring Spear! Burn in hell!
Eat this! Whirlwind snap!
Finish it!
I'm Alphen!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Going in!
Rising Wyvern!
Can't get out of this!
Rising Phoenix!
Dragon Shell! Now I'm in the groove! Tiger Blade! Lion Howl! Steel!
That's my
Tiger
cue!
Blade!
Shut him down!
There you are! On your knees. Here goes! Dragon Shell! Air
Sword Lane Alpha! Blue escape!
Crescent Moon!
Dazzle!
Eat this! Tiger Blade! On your Eagle Ride! Far enough! Air pressure!
Sword Lane Alpha!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Step back! This one's all law!
Discourteous. Aren't you?
I'll smash you! I'll tear you apart! How about this?
Dragon Form!
Robo Dance! Look sharp!
It got fired!
Another incantation ruined.
Let him Marksman handle it!
Lion Power!
All yours!
Death Blossom! I'm gone!
I felt fine not too long ago.
Lion Power! Piercing! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher! Going in!
Things come to an end.
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Engaging! I don't have much left. I'm ready to go! Eagle Assault! Fire support! Piercing Roar! I'm gone! Ready
You
to
picked
go!
the wrong fight!
Look sharp! Tiger Blade! Flaming Meteor! Teleport!
Demon Pass! Double
Going
Demon Pass!
Going in!
So that didn't go as planned.
We must consider well if this is the right path.
This'll make us even more formidable.
this help? Thunder! You'll have no mercy! I can't heal you forever!
I have no limits!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Look sharp!
This one's mine! Why you? Now! While it's reeling!
Take it down!
Rising Wyvern!
Piercing roar!
You're on your knees!
Annihilation! Arctic waterfall! Here's a healing
Double
art!
Demon
Piercing
Fang!
roar!
Demon Fang!
There!
Demon Fang! Can't move!
Come on! You have to hold on! Lightning orb! Lunar Caribbean! Lunar Blade! I never missed!
In a bind?
Art Seal!
Rising Wyvern! I'll teach you respect!
You!
Yeah! That's it!
Swallow Blade!
Lunar Caribbean!
Destruction! What is
Their arms are interrupted!
Dance in the wind!
This one's mine!
on your knees?
Dance in
I
the
let
wind!
my guard down.
Seal!
I'm not sure how we get out of this one.
You mean this might be the...
No, never! Stay strong! Mega Ray! Make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Raging Cascade! Guardian Field! I'm ready to
Dance
go!
in the wind! In here!
Double Demon Fang!
I'll be saving this
I'm
one!
gone!
Hit! Damn it!
Lightning! Here's downfall! I'm out of ammo! Stop it, Charles!
Thanks, Kisara!
I let my guard down!
I'll show you just how strong my arts really are!
Anything in armor is
More
all
where that
mine!
came from!
What was I thinking?
Dance in the
I was
wind!
overconfident.
Air thrust!
You're mine! Wait!
Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
Air thrust!
Soaring right here! No further! It's on!
Not on my watch!
Now it's now you see what I can do! Elusive
Sword
Deity,
Rain
a
Alpha!
new melody! Another incantation ruins! Over? Forgive me. This is my fault.
Lightning stems! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Blah, blah, blah! Air thrust! You get the gist! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Just what the doctor ordered. Close one. Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance and cover the caster! Take care of...
Damn it!
Just what the doctor
Only
ordered.
I'd been more careful.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Dance in the wind!
Now you see what I can do!
Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Do it!
Lock!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's...
Wow, sweetie. Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
An opponent like this should be easy.
You think that shield will save you?
Annihilation!
Take it!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
It's over! Ready to go! Thunder touch! Make it rain!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Well then, let's keep moving.
An opponent like this should be eaten.
Here, let me help. Primed and ready.
In the wind! Air drop! Hear me!
They really don't give up, do they? This one, fire report!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Lightning! Jump ball! Hurst malevolent! Arctic waterfall!
Their arcs were interrupted.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Arctic waterfall! Searing flame! Hurst malevolent! I'm out of Arctic waterfall! Freeze lancer!
We're not finished!
Go get him!
Shield and rain!
Hear me!
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Barely a blip on our radar.
This looks nice and tough.
Backing down!
Hurst malevolent! Arctic waterfall! Freeze lancer! Mega ray! Not on my watch! I'll shoot them out of the sky! Hurst malevolent! Arctic waterfall! Freeze lancer! Hurst malevolent!
I can carve through armor!
Freeze lancer! I'll heal you all!
Double Demon Fang!
Healing circle!
Demon Fang!
Watch it!
That radiant here!
This one's mine! I owe you one. No further!
Take it! Graviton
Swallow
field!
blade.
Ice storm!
Explorer turret!
By the power of
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
Let me
I'll
go!
end you!
First, I never miss! Hurst malevolent!
Now,
Arctic
while it's
waterfall!
reeling!
Take it down! Freeze lancer! Hurst malevolent! Big waterfall! Freeze lancer! One more!
still.
Downfall!
Rising Falcon!
I'm all stuffed up! Hurst malevolent! Arctic waterfall! Freeze lancer!
Denied!
Hurst malevolent! Arc sealed! Freeze lancer! Hurst not in your dreams!
Double Demon Burn in hell!
Arctic waterfall! Freeze lancer! Hurst malevolent! Arctic annihilation!
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that! Freeze lancer! Hurst malevolent!
Finish it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.